Nobody inside Team USA expected things to spiral like this. They were ready for noise and hype, but not for losing control of the narrative. Caitlin Clark's NBC debut was supposed to be harmless. Just a brief appearance, a feel-good moment that wouldn't change anything. Instead, it exposed everything. The second she appeared on NBC, the reaction was immediate. It wasn't polite applause or mild curiosity. It was real attention. NBA fans didn't treat her like a visitor. They treated her like she belonged. She spoke with calm confidence, breaking the game down effortlessly, never looking overwhelmed by the stage, and millions kept watching. That's when the real problem began. Inside Team USA's circles, the focus shifted in an uncomfortable way. The conversation was no longer about the program, the coaching staff, or even the team. It was about her, and that rattled the system, because Team USA has always operated on one belief. The program comes first, the jersey matters more than any single player. But in one night, NBC disrupted that idea. Fans didn't wait for approval or permission. They responded to what felt authentic. They followed Caitlin Clark, and inside Team USA offices, the mood changed quickly.
The WNBA superstar's debut as an NBA analyst, and NBC has absolutely been killing it. First they had MJ, which, by the way, that deal was insane. He got paid $40 million, and I literally think he sat down for an hour. NBC knows how to find the cream of the crop talent, and I just loved what the executive producer for NBC Sports said. This is Sam Flood. He said there's no more iconic figure in basketball in the women's game right now, or the game in general. So we said, let's have a bigger conversation. And it's just so crazy that it feels like every other sport will just come out and say what it is besides the WNBA. The NBA is not scared to acknowledge that there's no more iconic figure in basketball. Not just the women's game, but possibly the game in general than Caitlin Clark. But we would not hear that in the WNBA space. We wouldn't hear that from WNBA media, but the NBA media and the NBA and the league itself is not scared to say it. Like we've seen it when Caitlin does golf events. It just seems like every league but her own is not scared to say the truth. But I do think it's really...
Confusion slowly turned into frustration, and frustration hardened into anger. Not public anger, but private resentment. This wasn't how it was supposed to go. Caitlin Clark wasn't meant to look bigger than the program. She wasn't supposed to command attention without approval or make people question decisions. Yet, that's exactly what happened. And the moment fans begin questioning authority, authority feels threatened. That's where the coach's reaction came from. Not hatred, not jealousy, but fear. Fear that control was slipping. Fear that the system was no longer fully in charge. The NBC moment changed something permanently. It proved that Caitlin Clark could connect with audiences without the program. And that's dangerous for any institution built on control. So the coach tried to regain it. The tone shifted. Interviews became sharper. Answers grew colder. Fans noticed immediately, because confidence doesn't react emotionally. Insecurity does. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark stayed calm. No statements, no responses, no drama. And that calm only made everything else look worse. While leadership appeared rattled, she looked composed. While the system became defensive, she remained confident. Fans always choose calm. Always.
Anybody got on a court was December with Team USA basketball. She should be back in action with Team USA basketball within a month or so. So that's great. But everybody wants to see her back on the floor with the Indiana Fever. And she's been strongly pushing it. You know, the season's coming, ready to go. And clearly that continued. First, there was a look at the shoes, the new PEs, which apparently might be Parent Trap themed. That's what the theories out there were. I'm not so familiar with Parent Trap, to be honest with you, but if that's the theme, that's the theme. And then Bree Lurke, who of course is photographer extraordinaire around Caitlin Clark, shared this footage from the workout, a 5-on-5 workout. So Clark obviously getting real work in. Working on the handles, I think you see. It's good to hear the sound of the speaker squeaks.
NBA audiences made it even clearer. They weren't watching out of obligation. They were watching because she felt authentic. Caitlin Clark spoke the game fluently. Carry herself naturally and never oversold her importance. That authenticity landed harder than any marketing campaign ever could. That's when Team USA faced an uncomfortable truth. They didn't own her momentum. The crowd did. And once momentum belongs to the crowd, control disappears. You can't slow it down, redirect it, or manage it. All you can do is react. And reacting late always makes you look weak. The coach's frustration began leaking through subtle shifts in tone and body language. Nothing explicit, but fans felt it. They always do. And instead of damaging Caitlin Clark, it strengthened her image because she didn't push back. She didn't complain or demand respect. She let the moment speak, and it spoke loudly. This was never just about one NBC appearance. It was about what it symbolized: independence, relevance beyond the system, and a superstar who doesn't need permission. And that kind of power terrifies programs built on hierarchy.
That comes with an NBA national broadcast. So he loved every bit of what Caitlin Clark did and what she brought to the broadcast. Now, this is where he started talking a little bit about having Caitlin Clark back more than that March 29th announcement. So it says NBC Sports is planning to bring Clark back later this season. Cordella confirmed that she is scheduled to appear as an analyst for the Knicks versus Thunder on March 29th. As we know, he also added that he hopes to see more of Clark moving forward, signaling that the door is open for additional appearances. While no expanded role has been formally announced, the comment suggested genuine interest rather than casual praise. So, hey man, I don't know. We might see Caitlin working that booth. That'd be dope though, man. That'd be dope. Of course, with everything going on with the WNBA, we don't even know if we're going to have a season, man. Nonsensical work going on over there in the WNBA. But yeah, we don't know if we're going to have a season. So this might be the only dose of Caitlin Clark the fans could get. And yeah, I mean, I guess I'm here for it. I'm here for it if that's all we're going to get. But I definitely hope that they end up figuring out this whole CBA thing, man. Now, I did see this yesterday, but I didn't too much care to talk about it, man. It's the same old status quo with the CBA proposal, but somehow it was leaked by Ramona Shelburne. I don't think it was leaked by her. I think ESPN leaked it. She just put it on her Twitter, but it's funny that it says confidential and everybody has it now. But anyway, they was just saying some of the things that the proposal is given, right? Substantially increase player salaries to reflect recent and future business growth, promote business health and profitability.
Team USA wasn't collapsing, but it was exposed. Exposed as unprepared for a player who grows faster than the process designed to contain her. The system is built on patience and gradual elevation. Caitlin Clark represents acceleration, and acceleration doesn't fit neatly inside rigid structures. It disrupts them. Fans then turn against Team USA out of hatred. They reacted because something felt off. You don't sideline the person bringing new eyes to the game. You don't resent organic attention. You don't respond emotionally to success. That's why the backlash wasn't loud outrage. It was disappointment. And disappointment is more dangerous because disappointed fans don't argue, they disengage. Caitlin Clark didn't destroy anything. She revealed what wasn't ready. She proved that basketball fans follow authenticity, not internal politics. Presence, not permission. NBC didn't crown her. The audience did. And once the audience makes that decision, everything changes.
Going on, she's got the Nike stuff coming out, any other off-court ventures, and then, of course, clearly preparing for the Indiana Fever season. And certainly, it all systems seem go for Caitlin Clark. And from everything she's putting out there publicly, her expectation is that she's going to be on the floor for the Fever on schedule. And
the coach's reaction didn't hurt Caitlin Clark. It confirmed her status. She's bigger than the panic, bigger than the noise, and bigger than the system trying to contain her. Not because she claims it, but because people treat her that way. This wasn't the moment Caitlin Clark challenged Team USA. It was the moment Team USA realized it couldn't control her. And once control is gone, nothing ever returns to normal. The game changes quietly but decisively.